A developer feeds Claude Opus 5 a broken checkout flow spread across 6 interconnected files. No back and forth, no re-explaining the bug 3 different ways, no pasting the same error message twice because the model forgot the context. It reads the codebase, traces the race condition back to a single async call that fires before a database write finishes, fixes it, and checks its own patch against the original bug before handing anything back to the developer. That's not a staged demo. That's the actual, measurable difference between this release and every Opus model that came before it. Anthropic positioned Opus 5 to sit just under their most powerful model, Fable 5, while costing half as much to run. Here's why that gap matters more than any benchmark chart makes it look. Most of what people actually pay for in AI usage isn't the hardest 1% of tasks that show up in a press release. It's the daily grind. Debugging a function, writing a client email, summarizing a 40-page contract, cleaning up a spreadsheet nobody wants to touch. Opus 5 was built specifically for that middle band of work, the 80% that used to force a choice between an expensive top-tier model and a cheaper one that quietly made mistakes you didn't catch until later. On coding and knowledge work evaluations, Anthropic reports it landing close to Fable 5 level performance while running noticeably cheaper, and internally it verifies its own output and recovers from errors without a human catching them first. Before you touch any of this, do 3 things right now, before the video keeps going. Like it, because the algorithm only shows this to more people if you do that first. Comment which task you want to automate with this model. Coding, writing, research, customer support, whatever it actually is for you, because it changes which setting in this video matters most for your situation. And subscribe, for a reason I'll give you at the end that's actually worth acting on, not just a request for a number to go up. I only share methods that I test myself, so everything you're about to see, I ran before I ever opened the recording software. Let's open this up properly, piece by piece. You'll find Opus 5 in 3 places right now. Inside Claude.ai, where it's the default model on the Max plan and the strongest option available on Pro. Through the API, under the model string Claude-Opus 5, for anyone building their own tools or automations on top of it. And inside any third-party product that's already integrated Anthropic's platform, which by now includes a growing list of coding assistants and business tools. The first setting you need to actually understand, not just glance at, is the effort dial, and almost nobody uses it the way it's meant to be used. 3 levels: low, medium, high. Low effort is built for volume work, tagging 1,000 support tickets by category, cleaning a messy spreadsheet of customer data, rewriting 50 product descriptions in the same tone, anything where speed and cost matter more than perfection on any single item. Medium is your default for most real writing and coding tasks, the setting that gets you close to Fable 5 quality without paying Fable 5 prices for it. High effort exists for the 1 task in 20 where getting it wrong actually costs you something real. A legal clause going into a contract, a production database migration at 2 in the morning, a financial model a client is going to base a decision on. Set effort to low across the board and you'll watch the model start cutting corners the moment a task gets genuinely complex, missing edge cases it would have caught on medium. Set it to high across the board and you're paying premium rates for simple tasks that never needed that much reasoning depth in the first place. The actual skill isn't picking one setting and forgetting it exists, it's switching the dial mid-project as the stakes of what you're doing change.
Here's a workflow that shows exactly what that looks like in practice. Say you're building a customer support bot and need to process a backlog of 2,000 old tickets before launch. Run the entire backlog at low effort first, since you just need rough categorization and sentiment, not perfect prose. Then switch to medium for drafting the actual response templates the bot will use, since tone and accuracy both matter there. Then, only for the handful of templates covering refunds, cancellations, and anything touching money, switch to high, because that's where a vague or slightly wrong answer turns into a support ticket escalation or a chargeback. 3 effort levels, 1 project, and the total cost ends up a fraction of what running everything at high would have cost you, without losing quality on the parts that actually needed it. Now let's talk about fast mode, because this is where people quietly waste money without ever noticing it on their bill. Fast mode runs Opus 5 at roughly 2.5 times its normal speed, but it costs double the base price for that speed. Use it when you're inside a live client call and need an answer in seconds because someone is literally waiting on the other end of the line. Don't use it when you're running a batch job overnight that nobody is watching or generating a report that isn't due until tomorrow morning. I tested this directly on a real 30-file refactor. Standard speed at medium effort finished the job cleanly in about 4 minutes, and fast mode at that same effort finished in roughly 90 seconds, but cost noticeably more for a task where absolutely nobody was sitting there waiting on the output. That's money spent solving a problem you never actually had. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes in their first week with this model, so pay close attention to this part specifically because it's the one that costs people the most. People assume Opus 5 is Anthropic's smartest model available right now, and they treat every task that way, cranking effort and reaching for it by default even when it isn't the right tool. It isn't the smartest one. Fable 5 still sits above it in raw capability, and for anything genuinely frontier level, long autonomous research runs stretching over days, the hardest multi-step reasoning problems, Fable 5 remains the better choice even at roughly double the price. Opus 5 also trails the more restricted Mythos 5 on certain security-focused evaluations. So if your actual work involves finding and responsibly reporting real vulnerabilities in production systems, that specific lane belongs to a different model, not this one. The second mistake, less obvious but just as expensive, is treating this model like it needs the same babysitting older Opus versions did. People still paste in 3 paragraphs of context they don't need, re-explain requirements the model already inferred correctly, and manually check work the model already verified on its own. That habit made sense with older models that made silent errors. With Opus 5's self-verification built in, that extra hand-holding mostly wastes your own time without meaningfully improving the output. Where this model actually wins is that entire middle band of daily work, the tasks that used to force a compromise between an expensive top-tier model and a cheaper one that made too many quiet mistakes. Now for the part that separates people getting real value out of this release from people just using it exactly like the last one. Anthropic shipped a feature alongside this launch that almost nobody's talking about yet, called automatic fallbacks. If a request gets flagged by the safety system partway through a task, instead of the entire thing just stopping cold on you, it automatically reroutes to another available model and keeps your work moving without you having to notice or intervene. There's also a developer-facing update called Mid-Conversation Tool Changes, which lets you swap which tools the model has access to partway through a session without breaking the cached context that was keeping your costs down. If you're building anything agentic, a research assistant, a coding tool, a workflow that chains multiple steps together, that single feature alone can cut your API costs meaningfully over a long session because you're no longer forced to restart the conversation just to add or remove a tool. Put all of this together and you get a genuinely different way of working. Low effort for the first draft or the bulk pass, medium for the revision that actually needs to be right, high only for the final piece that ships to a client or goes into production. Fast mode reserved strictly for the moment someone's actually waiting on you in real time. That's the entire method, and it's simpler than it sounds once you've run it once. Match the effort to the actual stakes of the task in front of you, not to habit and not to whatever setting happened to be selected last time. I don't ask you to subscribe just to grow a number on a screen. Here's the actual reason it matters this time, specifically with a model like this one. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. Models like this get cheaper within weeks, get quietly replaced by something better, get new features bolted on that nobody announces loudly, and if you're not watching closely, you end up the last person still paying full price for something that already has a better option sitting right next to it. In the next video, I'm going to run Opus 5 against Fable 5 side by side on the exact same real coding task, same prompt, same file, same starting conditions, and show you precisely where the extra cost is worth paying and where it's just money thrown away. Go open Opus 5 right now, pick one task you already do every week, and run it once at medium effort before you do anything else with this video. That one test alone will teach you more about where this model fits into your work than anything I just told you.